when he gets bored or doesn't have anything to do, he grabs a pickaxe and he's been tearing up my driveway. Honestly, guys, the stuff you come home to sometimes. This week I took a 3-day work trip. Was in Arkansas, was in Tennessee, was in Mississippi. Got to stop some nice places. We stopped in at Mammoth Springs State Park in Arkansas. And that was really cool just because it's a giant, like 70-foot deep pit that's fed by like a 15-foot, spring that just puts out 9 million gallons of water per hour. A sight to behold, pretty cool to check out. But work hard, travel all over the place, had to bust up a bunch of concrete. I still got blisters on my hands. We were cutting concrete with a saw. We was using a lot of water to keep the blade cool, and then when you're busting up with a pickaxe, it's splashing all this, concrete debris up all over your face and stuff. That said, to spend 3 days gone and then come home and find that my son, when he gets bored or doesn't have anything to do, he grabs a pickaxe and he's been tearing up my driveway. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. He's still going at it. Check this kid out. So, this is my driveway, guys. Look at all these holes in here. See all those dark spots? That's a bunch of holes where this kid's been tearing up my driveway. Son, what are you doing? Son, where did you even get a pickaxe?
You got it for my birthday.
How old were you?
6.
Wow, what kind of person gets a 6-year-old a pickaxe? So what have you been doing with it?
Getting out the rocks.
Show me. So you can note he's got safety glasses on. He's got a pickaxe. Look at this stuff, guys. What the size is that? That's probably a 10, 15 pound rock. But the deal is, a lot of these rocks here, as you can see this pile he's making, we can use other places on our land. A lot of these have some really sharp edges too. So if I'm driving through here with a bunch of sharp edged rocks, they can cut up my tires pretty good. In fact, I've got a big metal nail or screw or something in my tire right now. It's flat. I'm gonna have to work on that today. But we're just taking out all the rocks that we can find here. And then what I'm gonna do is, if you can see some of these places, like right here, where it gets a different kind of texture of the rocks, these are all out of the creek. So these are all the nice smooth rocks without sharp edges. So I'm gonna hook up the trailer over there and go pick up some loads. This was all creek stuff too, right here in the middle. And then we dump 5-gallon buckets of that over these holes. It gets packed down into the earth, all the sharp edges are gone, and we've got a gravel driveway. But again, it's just part of taking what we have. I don't need a bunch of sharp rocks on my driveway, and I definitely don't need to be running over them and cutting my tires open. I don't really need them under the surface level, so if there's something else I can make the surface level with, like that stuff out of the creek, then I can lift all those rocks. It gives him something to do. Nice little workout, so he's not just sitting on the couch watching TV. We do have a couch, we don't have a TV. But it gets him active, allows him to do something, and then we can collect those rocks and use for other projects, because a lot of places, people actually pay for rocks. Hey, Blizzard. How you doing, buddy? Hey, buddy, where are ya? Hey, Blizzard. So this is Blizzard. He was Farmer Z's dog in the Armadillo Escape one. And here's his dad, Thorn. What's going on, Thorn? They're hanging out here today in this pasture. He's a good actor too, though. He was good for the photos and stuff. So anyway, I'll just show you a little bit about one project. A lot of you guys might know this already, but we're also eventually going to be kind of thinning these woods out a little bit. There's some useful trees in here. Behind me is a couple of wild plums. They put out some little plums, but I also plan on grafting into them this year so we can have them bear some other varieties. But then behind me, of course, you see all our rock pillars. This fence is kind of the goal here. So what we do is we take all those little sharp rocks and we put them in these columns. And pretty much from where you can see up there, coming across all the way down and then up to the edge there. I'm not going to do the whole perimeter, but pretty much what you can see from the road. I'm going to do that. Right, buddy? Yeah, yeah. Oh, buddy. And then the big rocks we put on each side of here. And what that does, with some on each side of the fence, is prevents animals like these guys or other people from digging under the fence. It gives it a look that looks pretty nice, makes it a little more secure. And the cool thing too that I'm actually contemplating for this year is the fact that sheep and goats seem to not really eat squash, pumpkin, gourd plants, stuff like that. So we had some Ozark nest egg gourds and some feed scoop gourds growing in the pasture and on the fence land last year, and they left them alone all year. So what I'm contemplating doing this year is actually just planting a bunch of my snake gourds, feed scoop gourds, birdhouse gourds, other gourds. I just let them kind of cover this fence to a degree. I think it'll look really cool with the rock pillars and then green, and of course they get the big white flowers late in the evening. It'll provide us some useful tools with the birdhouses, the feed scoops, but then also some food with the snake gourds. And this is one of the pastures I gotta work on building up to. There's a lot of stuff here, a lot of rabbit tobacco, a lot of mullein, a lot of other things growing, but we definitely want to be building up, making it as good as we possibly can and going from there. So anyway, like I said, it's not ideal that I spend so many days gone in a row. I don't often do it. A lot of times I'm home, sometimes I run out for a day. But to come home, see my son tearing up our driveway with a pickaxe, I know for a lot of people that would be some devastating, horrible situation. But for us, it's just something that works out well. It makes sense. It gives him something good and productive to do. Like I said, I bought him his own pickaxe for his 6th birthday. One that's more his size too. So that'll work out good. But I mean, even look underneath me. This is out in the woods here, guys. The size of these rocks. And it's just all here. Eventually, I'll pull a lot of these out, use them for something, and then actually grow some stuff here that our sheep or goats or other things can eat. So, we'll see. Hopefully I didn't scare anyone too bad with saying that my son had, tore up our driveway with the pickaxe. Back up, there you go. But just kind of wanted to share that. It's part of us just trying to live a different life. No matter what I have for a driveway, eventually it'll wear out and need to be replaced. I could put in asphalt or concrete or all sorts of different stuff. But I've seen people spend a lot of time sealing it and putting tar on it and having to dig it up and then redo it and things like that. If I just have a natural one made out of the free resources on our land and in the area, that'll work better. Guys, it's been like a 9-minute video almost. This kid's still going on this thing. Right, buddy? Yeah. And the cool thing too is I got a bunch of these flat rocks for a different project, a bunch of big flat rocks for another project somewhere over there, and I think it provides a look. And hey, last night it was raining, right?
Yep.
How'd that porch work?
It worked really good, except for the few holes that it had.
Right, since we use reclaimed stuff. You can see the light through there a couple places. You know, those are some screw holes, but eventually I'll put a sealant across the whole top and that'll work well, and then we'll put some gutters up on the other part. But it worked out, didn't it? Child, what do you think this is?
It's a nice tree house.
Oh, you're funny. All right guys, we'll see you later. Papa out.